Hi everyone, really good to be with you, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to record a video just to talk about our upcoming Year 9 camp, because that's coming up on the horizon, and it's going to be a new camp compared to what we talked about at the start of the year. Just due to COVID, we've had to change a few things because of Victoria and the Grampians. So this video is normally me standing in front of you at the subject selection night for Year 10, and I get a chance to talk to all the families on that night, which happened earlier in Term 3, but I thought I'd put this video out to accompany the permission forms that are coming out in the same email. So just to give you some details about the camp, and also talk about obviously the dates for it, and also what we'll be looking at within our voyage classes in preparing for camp. So the camp is called Challenge Accepted, and the theme for the camp obviously is to provide lots of different opportunities for the Year 9s to meet different challenges throughout the week. It's going to be based at a Dare campsite in Victor Harbour, which is nice and local, and we'll be spending some time in Deep Creek Conservation Park as well. So that's where the camp is. The girls' camp is in Term 4, Week 2, so the dates for that are Monday the 19th of October to Thursday the 22nd of October, so Monday to Thursday, and the boys will be going the week after that in Week 3, so that's the Monday the 26th of October to Thursday the 29th of October. So a little bit earlier in the term than we would normally have camp, but that's the way it's going to work for this year. So hopefully that's something you can put in your calendars and can prepare for, and something we'll be working towards in our voyage classes. So the Challenge Accepted theme and focus is something that we leave till the end of the voyage program, because it gives us a chance in our voyage classes to have done a lot of work together, a lot of teamwork, to get to a point that we can put these different challenges in front of them. Some of them will be group-based challenges, where they need to work as a group to overcome a particular obstacle, and some of them are going to be challenges within each student's own perspective on things and how they approach it. They have to work through that challenge. So the idea of putting challenges in front of them is to stretch their comfort zones in a safe environment and in quite a structured environment where they get a chance to see what they're made of, really, and have a chance to expand that comfort zone and build some grit and some resilience throughout the week. So if we look ahead to the camp, one of the main themes is challenge by choice. So we will not be forcing the students to do any particular activities. We'll be presenting them with a lot of different challenges, and it's up to them how they accept that challenge. And that might look different for each student within the activities, and I'll go through the activities in a minute. So that's really something to look at, and we talk about that on our voyage classes about where is your level of challenge, and where does your comfort zone fit with these different activities, and what are your goals for the camp? How are you trying to stretch yourself, and how the group can actually be a positive influence on that, and stretching your comfort zone and helping you get out of your comfort zone by encouragement and working together. The camp itself is it's a required event for the Year 9 students. It's something that they need to attend, and if there's any questions about that due to your circumstances, then please contact me through calling the school or through email, and we can have those conversations. That's why the forms and this video is coming out early, so we can have time to talk through maybe your concerns and any questions you might have as a family about this camp. In week 9 this term, we start in our voyage classes the camp preparation unit, and we'll spend 2 or 3 weeks in our voyage classes pulling apart the camp and talking about all the different aspects of it. So by the end of that time, each student will know exactly the activities that will be happening on camp, where the challenges will lie for them, and they can start planning their approach to that camp. We think that's a really valuable 3 weeks to answer questions, and to set up that week for the students, and also for the families as well. So obviously if you're having conversations at home about the camp, then that could be a time where you can communicate with me or the voyage teachers if you have questions. So I've just written down on a piece of paper here a few things that I guess would be the challenges of the week. So I thought I'd introduce some of them to you now, and these are the things we'll discuss more in our voyage classes. So one of the first big challenges is it's a technology-free camp, which means the students won't be bringing their phones with them, and they won't have their phones with them for the week. So if you need to contact your child during the week, then the school number will be the one to contact, and that will get a message through to them. But the students themselves won't have any access to their phones during that time. And if they need to contact you, then they can work through the voyage teachers in that way. Really good chance to detox for a week, and we find that having the distraction of a phone and the kind of the everyday ongoings of using a phone taken away is a really good chance for them to experience a challenge in that way, to see how they function without it. Another kind of challenge will be some of the team building exercises we do, and they're going to be working in their voyage groups. They'll be called tribes within the camp, kind of like a survivor themed experience there, where there's different tribes competing against each other and doing different team building activities as well. Another challenge will be patience and the ability to slow down. So some activities that will require more patience and more slowing down than normal. So for example, fishing, that's an activity we do, and maybe even painting, which could put them in a different environment and a different headspace for part of the camp. They'll also be doing some hiking, so there'll be some physical challenges in the hikes. On the Tuesday, the whole cohort will be hiking in Deep Creek, and they will hike from a particular spot in Deep Creek to a meeting point where they will camp for the night, and that's also where they'll have their solo camping experience in Deep Creek as their voyage class. During that night, they'll also learn to cook on trangias, little cookers, and they'll be able to provide their own meal for that night, or cook their own meal for that night, so which might be a new challenge as well. Setting up a tent and making sure it stays up will be one of their challenges for that night. The solo camping experience is a big event for the students. It's something that might be a bit new for them, and we'll prepare them for that as well. And there'll be different elements throughout the week where they'll have different solo time, again, where they're just learning to be on their own and how they manage that. But the overnight, I guess, is the bigger experience of that week. We'll also be doing some rock climbing and abseiling off the bluff at Victor Harbour, which again is a different type of challenge, and really works on comfort zones to do with height and working with heights. And obviously, again, the challenge by choice in that is where the students get to choose how far they push themselves in that activity. So you can see there's a number of different challenges that we'll put in front of the Year 9 students. Maybe even just getting away on camp, away without their families for a week, will be one of their significant challenges, and we'll work with that as well. Maybe it's choosing dorm groups, maybe it is eating non-home cooked meals. There's going to be lots of different things, and that's the beauty of having a camp, and that's why we put a lot of time and effort into planning these camps, because we know the experiences that the students can get out of them can be memories they have for a lifetime. So I'm really looking forward to the camp. I love going on camp every year. This one's going to be a little bit different in the venue, but I think the challenge theme and the staff that are coming along are going to be making it as good an experience as ever. So please communicate with me or the voyage teachers if you have questions or concerns after you've seen this video and read through the permission forms. There will be a what to bring list in the permission forms. There'll be a bit of stuff to do with medication or medical conditions that students have. So please communicate that with me, and I look forward to going on camp with you during week 2 and 3. Thanks. Bye.